So today we are with Padmashree Dr. John sir from Bangalore, and he has come here as a guest of honor in the third medallium, the exclusive UG conference of VM Government Medical College. And today morning also we saw the presentation, and before that also we did a little bit of homework what Dr. John sir has done, because this time the core organizing students were our junior students. So when they put up the names, we went through. So we were quite like, if sir comes, this will be a great honor for us and great learning for us. So as you mentioned, sir, the conventional and the unconventional choice of an individual in his or her life in the lecture in the morning. So it's not self-praising, but in our campus, whatever activity we did, we tried to put it in a different way, so that it keeps an impact on people. As we are aware of a great saying by a literaturist, Mr. Shiv Khera, he says only a difference can make a difference. If it is different, then only it will make an impact. So like there can be conventional conferences, but a conference with different events will make an impact. Similarly, as students, we organize academic events and all. So quizzes, talks, they happen everywhere. But if the topic is different, if the method of organizing them is different, then it will, it will appeal to the people. So could we have a little bit stressing on this point of being more unconventional? Already in the morning you have explained us, yet just informally, that how this unconventionalness and going out of the box will make a difference.
Okay, now first of all tell me, today it was a 90 minutes talk.
Yes.
1.5 hours talk. So what did you feel about the talk? As a student, you were in the audience, so I was giving the talk for you. It is very difficult to hold the audience for more than 15 or 20 minutes, but I spoke for 90 minutes. So what was your impression about the talk that I gave today?
Sir, a very great thing that I experienced as an audience, and also into all this, is matching of those thoughts. If the speaker is speaking far beyond what the audience understands, it will be like a bouncer. I would say if it's a normal talk, people will say, "Arey, ye to roz ki discussion hai." But pertaining to our thoughts, the whole presentation was there, and that held the attention of everyone. It was like you as a student spoke to a student. First thing,
so you felt like that?
Yeah, what it thinks, what the student will think, what the student should get.
Okay.
In that line, the discussion was there. Second, at the same time, with this feeling at the same time, the greatness of being unconventional, greatness in the sense, in terms of outcome. Going conventionally is like a rat race, as you said. It's like we see animals, they sleep, they eat, they produce generation, they die off. No one is asking. Same is about, you gave the example of the history. It doesn't note everyone. History doesn't engrave everyone. It is only those gems who try to be different, and they automatically become gems. They never attempt to be gems. So this natural course of being unconventional, that struck everyone. That was a striking feature for everyone. How in this simple way, different things need not be done. I mean, it is the simple things that we have to do differently. Again, the same quote of the person. So this was there. Coming from a normal, middle class family, your mother as a teacher. In today's generation, we see they don't listen to the parent, they back answer and all this. So in the whole presentation, as a professional, you put it up, and as a social service, you put it up, and all other things. But at the same time, the family touch is also there. So it was a all-rounder basically. I mean, it covered all aspects, social, your hobby, music and all this, and your familial part and a professional part and career, everything was there. So that was much how we are connecting all things. Otherwise people are like, this is my hobby, I am working, I am enjoying, I am entertaining, different for them. If their hobby is not the profession, as you said, for Tendulkar, I always used to wonder about him, sir. At the age of 16, he played. At the age of 16, he played international, means he for selection 3, 4, 5 years might have gone. And for that, for that kick to be into it forever and 100%, definitely it would have taken another 4 or 5 years. The age of 7, 8, when we are nowhere, that fellow had a passion. So these examples, all those chapters, 30, 33, so many numbers you had put up. I don't remember the numbers, but chapters definitely have left an indelible mark in our minds.
Was it inspiring?
There's no doubt in that.
Did the talk make you think?
As I said,
where are you going?
As I said, sir, I don't know the rest of the audience, but those rhythms matched. That caught me personally much. I was sitting with me, and I was just talking. See, this is something what we have thought about sometime, somewhere. And that matching gave me more confidence. It boosted me with more confidence. Yes, what we are doing is okay. It's not off track.
Okay.
People might not be doing this similar. Like we formed this NGO, Karma Yogi Samstha, 2 years back in November 2020. So if we see, it's not general. People think of social service when 4th, 5th, 6th decade of their life. But this came, why? Because as you also mentioned, and really we realize it, that this is the best field where we can use knowledge along with the feelings to work. Other person, if he's a businessman, he can donate money. Money cannot solve all problems. Someone is a good orator, he can speak. But what skill we have, that makes the difference. And when it is added up with all the other things what people are having, which is like a masala over. But with this content of skill and knowledge, no one has. And today we see health problems have remained just the 10% of life. But now it is presented as 90% of life. कि जैसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, उसको बाऊ बना के रख दे, such a fear. So in this condition, when we are working socially, definitely it makes a difference.
So it was appealing to you
very much, and it मतलब जो छाप रखता है ना कि how we go for if you going to a foreign country, if you are going to a foreign country, they will stamp visa. So that's a surety basically कि इसको pass मिल गया. तो when we visit multiple countries, so when we visit or meet multiple people who have done lots of work in their life like this, and it gets confirmed कि yes, what we are doing is in the same lane. That gives it.
So it was not boring for you
at all, not at all.
So you enjoyed the concept.
Yes.
Skill. And you found that it was useful.
Extremely useful.
Yeah. Before I answer your question, both of you introduce yourself so that in the video people will know who is that.
That will come into the.
Okay, fine. Then we'll go.
Yes.
So you are asking about unconventional,
yes.
right? So, and what is the importance of being unconventional, and how one should make a mark in life. Now you tell me, you should ask a question. Why would anyone want to know me or remember me? There is lakhs of doctors, lakhs of people. Why anyone would want to remember me? If I am like everyone else, conventional, if everybody doing MBBS, post-graduation, fellowship, training, job, abroad, if I am of this sort, why anybody would waste their time in trying to remember me? How am I different? What is that quality which I am going to tell them, project them? So that is what should be the line of thinking. Why anyone should remember me? If you go through the history, only those who have been unconventional are remembered today. Unconventional people are like they carry on with their job, and it's okay to lead your life or make a name or whatever. But to remain in the minds of people for centuries, being immortal, you have to be different. If you are not different, people will not know you. I can give any number of examples to you.
Yes.
You take, for example, Thomas Alva Edison. Why anyone would remember him? Because he was unconventional. He was physical, deaf and dumb. He was not having any schooling. He was just he was driven out from the school by the regular teachers, and said and called his mother and said, "Your son is no good. You please take him home." Then with not having educational skills and not, you know, disabled, you know the amount of work he did. And what he did was, you know, unimaginable. No engineering degrees, nothing. Unconventional. So he chose a path which no one had chosen, right? And then if you look at some people like Tendulkar, what you're talking about. Tendulkar was a guy, you know, who lived his passion. So he lived his passion. His profession and passion merged.
Profession.
Merged. So not a single day he felt he's working. He was full of, you know, fun, enthusiasm, energy, and his passion became his work, and his work was his passion. And you know what result he has produced. Likewise,
One of the youngest Bharat Ratnas.
And more than anything, he has made people like you and me think as to how we should, you know, conduct ourselves to become successful. You all know that to become a doctor is not easy. A doctor is the cream of a society, right? And highly intellectual. You know, you cannot get into a medical college. Forget about private medical colleges. I'm talking about top class government colleges. You have to be, you know, a highly intellectual guy. You get in there. Now, a highly intellectual guy ends up his life as an average performer. Who is to blame? Was he not capable? Are you only capable of reading those 19 subjects, score distinction, gold medals, and then go beyond that and do excellent in PG, and then earn tons of money? And then are you only your talent or your intelligence only meant for that? Are people like Mother Teresa, who is to wear a Hawaii chappal and who is not even a properly trained nurse, is remembered even today. Highly educated doctor like me or you or anybody for that matter is not remembered. Nobody knows that a person is like this, is born and dead. Who is it? When she can do, why can't I do? Why can't I do? You know, if Ida Scudder can build a CMC Vellore, then why I cannot build? Yeah? If these guys can reach the pinnacle of glory, why not we? Without any education, I'm telling you. If you look at all this Steve Jobs or Bill Gates, they're not even school dropout. Right? They can achieve so much excellence and they made a difference. So what I feel is what we students, I mean the young kids are lacking nowadays is the guidance to them that look here, your aim should be to make a difference. That should be your goal of life. You ask any student, what is your goal of life? They say, I want to become a doctor. Then I want to become a PG. Then I want to go to abroad, take FMG, to take FLAP and go there and earn the best, I work in the best schools. They think that is the goal. That is not the goal. Those are all the posts which you go on. You go on achieving one by one, but that is not the goal. What is goal then? That is where we have gone wrong. The goal should be to make a difference
in someone's life.
In someone's life or in some whatever it is.
Whatever sense.
Whatever it is. You become a surgeon. Suppose you become a surgeon and you want to do something different than what you have been taught, right? And you achieve it. Maybe a faster technique, or maybe a different technique, or maybe a different equipment, something like that, wherein you make the life of the patient easy. So if you can make a difference, then I think your life is worth living, because you'll have done something, you have contributed something. See, we have read umpteen books. People have worked very hard
to write them.
They write the books, and that we take inside because of our intellectual capacity, absorb it, produce it. But what is that you have contributed should be the thinking. Whether you achieve that or not is a different story altogether. But at least you start thinking in that direction. How is that I can contribute to orthopedics or to gynec or to society or to the world, and what the world should remember about me when I pass away. See, life is just a temporary thing, but your work is going to be permanent. So unless you start thinking like that, I feel your life becomes meaningless. If you are chasing money, you will get money. Anyways. But one fine day, you will feel hollow inside. Okay, like so many people, there are billions of dollars they have earned.
Committed suicide.
Yeah, he committed suicide. Why? Because they are focusing on money and forgetting other things in life. And you will become completely disillusioned at the end of the day.
And one of our students, we were just discussing this way. So he said, money can get you golden bed, but it cannot give you sleep.
Yes, this is the universal philosophy we have been hearing.
Yes.
So now what a young student should do is, he has to think how I could make the life of people different, and what is my contribution to this society, to this world. A doctor is a privileged person. Why? This is the only profession wherein you can touch the lives of people, right? In such a way that you can literally change their complete mindset. You are a person to whom they come when they're ill. They come to you when there is delivery going to happen, when there is a death going to happen. You are going to touch everyone. Everyone in the world will have to go through a doctor. It is not true for other professions like IAS officer or an engineer. No, sometime a person may
not.
But you are a person.
He will come.
Everyone will pass through you. How you touch the lives of them.
That makes a difference.
That makes the difference. So maybe the way you talk, or your approach, your nothing. Maybe the just love and affection what you show on patients.
Love and affection created such a difference by Mother Teresa and other great people.
What? Just hug. That's all. Come here, hug. And agitated, crying. Don't worry, hugged. And what did they do? They gave that feeling of
faith in the Creator,
humanity, and compassion, sympathy. Right? This can change the lives of people. If an agitated patient, they have lost their kith and kin, they lost their son, they have lost their mother, father, they are in extreme agony. Then in that situation, the way you conduct yourself, the way you say, the way you counsel them will make a lot of difference. So I feel the medical students, they should feel proud that they have chosen medical profession. But medical profession is not just science, like engineering, IAS and all. Here you have got a powerful tool, not only to heal. You not only heal the patients,
not only heal the body,
but you have a powerful another aspects called research, wherein through research you can modify the medicines, you can modify the investigations, you can modify the outcome through research. And unless you become a research oriented person, as Vice Chancellor said today, you'll be a technocrat. That's all. You're a highly accomplished technocrat. You know how to handle robo, you know how to handle instruments. So you're a technical person. But if you add research, then once you add research, then you are contributing to the society. And people are under the impression that if I do a research, always it should be successful. No, even if you fail,
that's also a research.
That is also a research.
How?
Because you are going to tell.
Then ये नहीं काम करता.
Exactly.
Thomas Alva Edison.
Right. Yeah, Thomas Alva Edison.
Just to, I would like to stress upon it. When the factory caught fire, so he was called up. Sir, your factory's caught fire. So he came. He came and he saw heaps of ashes, but he didn't weep. He asked someone to tell his wife, mother, his son, to call his mother and say, "You see, you have never seen such heaps of ashes. Before it turned into ashes, it were records, na, कि ये नहीं होता है, नहीं होता है, नहीं होता. But it turned into ashes." He called and she fainted. The wife was not so much strong, and then he conveys her to his wife, okay, we have to go home, I have to have breakfast, I have to come back to work. Such a big worth.
No, what he says actually, his son is also standing with him when the whole thing is being burned. He says, "Father, all your so many years of your work is gone." He says, "No, all my mistakes are gone.
That is what.
All my mistakes are gone. What to do, Father? Don't worry, we'll start new."
And ideally they were records.
Yes.
But the approach he had to this situation.
And when he found out the tungsten filament for the electric bulb, he had done 599 experiments and he had flopped. And when he finally found one filament, the press reporters asked him, "Sir, you failed 599 times and at the 600th time you discovered. So you feel you are a failure?" He says, "No, I'm never a failure." "Why, sir?" "Because I have shown you that 599 things don't work. They don't work.
This is the great. This
See the positive attitude and the mentality. That is research. The research is like that.
this is a plus point of research.
Yes.
Both ways it is.
Suppose you are researching on a drug, and you do after some 1 year of randomized controlled trial, you feel that this drug has not worked. You have not failed. You are going to now say that this drug is not going to work. So, like that I'm telling you. So, a research bent of mind. Then, community service is one thing a doctor must and should follow. Community service is one thing which will, elevate you to a human being who will be revered by the society. That is
even by the
gods. So community service means what? Community service means making the community health a better thing. Like you might have seen people working for polio, smallpox, in the epidemics, in the floods,
HIV.
in the famines, in the earthquakes. So what is that you're going to do? You are trying to make the life better there. And when I went for Nepal earthquake, I was told that you will die. You may die. I said I can die even in Bangalore. I can die while crossing the road.
That cannot.
I can die while sleeping. I can die while sleeping also. So many people have died while sleeping. Taking bath in the morning, I'm dead. So death is going to happen anyway.
It's inevitable.
As long as my lifeline is there, I will live. So it is not necessary that if I go to Nepal, I will die. Suppose if I die, okay, that was what I was destined for. But once I went there, what is that I saw? Wow, amount of damage, amount of people. I saw that the whole family is gone. The house is gone. The people don't know they are lying in the hospital and they don't know whether their kith and kin have survived. And they're all they're all totally uncertain about the future. So when we were doing service for them, more than I doing the service, I learned from them the resilience of human nature. None of them cried. I never saw one Nepali cry. They were, yes, it happened. What to do? Let me see when I go out what is left.
Understanding of life.
That taught me that you accept life as it comes to you. And that resilience I learned. Then nothing happened to me. I came back. And then similar thing happened in COVID. When there was a COVID outbreak, government called doctors. Please come. You're a senior doctor. Please come. I could have said, no. I am an orthopedic surgeon. I will not come into COVID work. And moreover, it is highly infectious disease. What will happen if I die? The chances of me getting the infection was very high because there was no vaccine. We didn't know about that virus. It was completely new virus for us. So then I jumped straight into the service. I went to the field with a mask on. Then I started seeing people who were scared, and I tried to convince them and the ways and means of tackling a communicable disease. My presence itself was a booster for the paramedics, the junior doctors, a senior doctor standing there. So
it makes a difference.
Yes, I boosted their morale. They said when the senior doctor can come and start, let us also work. They started working, and the public was also receptive because the senior guy with a junior guy standing. Juniors are doing the work, senior is guiding. 274 days I worked. On every 274 days I would have died. Anytime. So it was, I never thought in the direction. So community service. So my advice to our young kids is, intellectually you achieve whatever you want to achieve. But add to that,
at the same time,
humanity first. And be a human. What happens is, I have found many young doctors very proud, arrogant. They feel that they are the cream, and I have seen during my postings in Bangalore Medical College, some young postgraduates, they used to think no end of themselves. Why? Because they had got the toughest branch of orthopedics in the postgraduate. They think they were gods already. And that arrogance was there in their approach.
Dream world.
They were in the dream world and arrogance. And that shook me and shocked me. Because we are not meant to be that way. We are meant to be extremely sympathetic, empathetic, and humbleness. Despite you may get 100 gold medals, but still you are down to earth. You are folding your hands and telling namaskaram, and you are serving the people. So that concept, humility has to come. Research should be a must for all young graduates.
And in our field, sir, research is every patient itself is a research ka sample.
Definitely, 100%.
Because we will present differently.
You just keep observing the patient. That itself will give you an idea.
This much scope of research is nowhere in any other field. What I feel personally.
Never. And your research, will make a difference in that life not only that patient's life, in multitude or lakhs of people will benefit if you discover something.
Today afternoon when Dr. Ganga Khedkar was speaking, sir mentioned a very beautiful statement, and that really made a difference. He said, as a clinician, you may treat a patient at a time, but with a research, you will treat 100,000 patients a day.
Across the globe.
Across the globe.
So it is not just in your clinic or in your hospital. You are
Across the globe.
it will be impactful. It will be that's how my holistic orthopedics was accepted by American Academy of Orthopedic Surgery, and that has made a difference. Now 185 countries follow that guidelines. See, that means your research
Makes a difference.
makes a difference, and it will be impact the entire globe if it is successful. So research, community service, sympathy, empathy, human qualities, humbleness, and of course knowledge is the thing which will become like a cocktail, and it will be a heady cocktail, right? Otherwise, if you just are an intellectual guy, you are alone. You are success, you are alone. You may have millions, you are alone. No one will care for you. But if you care for the society, if you care for the people,
Automatically it will come.
yes, automatically you will earn much more money than what that guy is earning. More than that blessings.
That
you
is
earn.
more important.
Huh. What is that you are going to carry one day? Nothing.
My friend used to tell me, we are doing this much for others and all this. So sometimes we get frustrated because situation may not be with us. It may not be comfortable with us, but still we are thriving for someone else in this society or other people, other colleagues. He used to say, you help yourself, otherwise no one will help you. Then I said, if we help others, God will help us. He said, no. God said you help your own self, others I will not help. I said, no. It is if we help others, He will help us. And
Definitely.
it's the rule of the world. It's a reflection, mirror reflection.
Yes, there is no doubt about it.
As we sow, we will reap in that way only.
Yes. And that is a karmic philosophy. It is universal law. Whatever you do, so you reap. So, this kind of philanthropic approach, this sort of scientific thinking, research, and selfless community service, plus your practice, if you can inculcate and make it into a nice package, then you will be a different doctor.
And we have to start from today.
Yes, now.
One thing I would like to request, I would request you to appeal or to stress upon is I am a very bud fellow, as you have already known.
No.
So I keep on talking to all of them. I am an intern. But last 3 years, every batch which comes, new first year fellows, I talk to them one session. I take permission from my college, respective department, and I conduct a session for them. And there are 2 questions that I ask them. First question is, why you became an MBBS doctor? Why did you come into this field? Second, what you want to do next as an MBBS student? So first question they will answer, my parents' dream, my dream, etc., n number of answers. And what do you want to do when I ask? I want to become a good this clinician, that clinician. Then after listening to all those 200 people, since 2019 we have 200 batch. So strength is 200. So after all of them answer, how many are present? Those many will answer. Then I will say, you didn't listen to my question. The question was what? It is not what you want to become. The question is what you want to do. You may decide to become someone and you may become someone, but after becoming you are blank. So we see so many people are having degrees but they are jobless because they don't have some vision. But if there is a vision, then he may become or he may not become, but he will do that work.
Correct. You are right.
I may not be a very fine skill wala surgeon, but if I am willing to serve people, I will work under some senior, but I will work. So
that is why today I told them, other than the 19 subjects, pick up those 5 additional skills,
soft skills,
and then pick up some basic skills like administration, marketing, because you have to be smart. See, you cannot be a dumb fellow and make a difference. So you have to be smart. So you have to have those 10
bunch
or
of
15 additional skills. Then those 44 principles which are told. 44 principles I talked about. Having a role model, being a visionary, and leaving a legacy, contributing to the society, and all those principles I told. are the ingredients which
Of that
will
master dish.
yes, which will convert you from good to great.
We are anyways good.
Yeah, you are good. See, the very fact that you are sitting there itself says that because you are a good student, you have come there. Otherwise, 8 lakhs, 9 lakhs, 16 lakhs people write NEET.
Yes.
Right? In that, 90,000 get the seat.
Exactly.
Or say 1 lakh.
Yes.
That means you
One
imagine
by
1:16 ratio.
And now it is growing.
So
18, 20 lakhs.
it goes without saying that you are a brilliant guy. That's how simple.
Undoubtedly.
You have proved by sitting there that you are a brilliant guy. But is that enough to take you to a greatness? No. You add these ethics principles into your intellectual thing. Then you see how you will elevate yourself, and a doctor can do much more than all these people who have
Jada
attained-
intellect hai.
Yes,
Jada
Jada
intellect.
intellect hai. We need to add these soft things into it, and then you see you become unconventional. You become somebody who touch the lives of people, and one fine day when you are dying, you will feel satisfied and you will die. Right? Well, I have lived my life. I have lived my life. And what God had given me, one life, I am going and I am in now, ready to face Him, eye to eye. Sir, you gave me a life. I have done this much. I have come back to you now. Otherwise, you will go with your head down, and no one will remember you. Why they should remember? Just because I'm a doctor. They will say, this guy is gone. What he did? He earned only money. He went. So now, what people say about Junjunwala? He had $5 billion.
What is the use?
What? So what? Sab chhod ke gaya. See, that is how God, tries to tell us that, you are if you don't understand these basic principles, you are a fool. Because you are, chasing a mirage. You will never catch it.
Endless. Endless.
So, become a human first. So, it all starts, from the parent level also. The parent also should say how my mother said. You are going to become a doctor not to make money. She said it very clearly to me. If you want to make money, you are a rank student. You can go anywhere you want. Now, from here you can branch out anywhere. The engineering seat is available to you. And you want anything is available to you. And there you can make plenty of money. Nobody will grudge you. See, you go make money, they'll be very happy, successful engineer. But if you want to become a doctor and you want to make more money out of sick man, you will be earning the curses more.
In the pain of someone, we can't
you
have.
Cannot. So you think over. If you are wanting to make more money, then don't come to medical. My mother told me, I still remember this. She has taken me to open field, and in the open field she was advising me. So I thought my mother will be very happy that I am going to become a doctor. She said, I'm happy, but what is your principles? So what is that you want me to do? I asked her. Then she told me about Mother Teresa and Ida Scudder. See what they did. Now even if you do 1% of what they have done,
it's more.
I'll be happy. I'll be happy. Then I said, okay, I will not put money as my focus. I will do what these guys have done. Not in that scale, at least little bit what I can.
Full.
So from there it starts. Parents should not bring pressure on the kids. Now you should earn money. You are the only doctor in my family.
Today it is the other way around, sir. What we see. The karmic rule says you do karma, don't think about the fruits. Anyways, you will get it and accept what you get. But here the system goes, you will get this, so you do this.
Yes. So from there it has to change.
It has to change.
From there, the children, the mother, father should say, you become a doctor to serve the society. Money will be a byproduct.
And it has to be conveyed in a very
convincing manner, not just superficial. You are telling from the heart.
And not even with anger. That doesn't keep an impact for a long time.
You should tell them that money should be the byproduct of your profession.
Exactly.
You should not make it the main product.
It will anyways come.
It will come.
It will anyways come.
You just see, now I am not dying of hunger. God has given me enough. Did I not get? I got. So what is after some time, the excess money has no value. So
anything
you may take
excess
1 crore, 2 crore, 10 crores. After that, your next 100 crores has no value only. Because what is that extra it is going to buy to you? Only it will buy tension for you, that's all.
Where to keep, how
to avoid income tax, how to avoid going to jail and all. Otherwise, after some time, money has no value. That doesn't mean that you should not earn money. You have to.
But there has to be a line between, the need and greed.
So my advice to the young, kids is, you are exceptionally intelligent. Now you become an exceptional human being. Add that into your medical profession, and then always you develop that mindset of thinking how I can do different, how I can do different, how I can contribute. You think in that direction, get into research, get into community service, be selfless, and don't expect anything in the community service. And one fine day, you suddenly start feeling that you are an individual, who is much beyond the profession. Now you have become a true embodiment of medical service, and you are now saving people. You are bringing joy into their lives. You are being a role model to them, and you are so satisfied. Fulfillment, that is the word. You feel fulfilled. Contentment, fulfilled. That I chose a profession which was close to humanity, and I touched the lives of human lives,
and I have given unparalleled service on my part.
That's it. And then I think everybody would be proud of you. The country would be proud of you. Your awards will just follow. You need not focus on awards. Awards will start coming to you. If your track is right, if your path is right, money will come, awards will come, recognition will come, fame will come, name will come, everything. Now, how do you think I was called to this YFIM Medical College? Who knows about me in Solapur? Then how did they call me? See, somewhere somebody has come to know what Dr. John has done.
Because he has worked.
So, my work brought me here.
Yes.
Suppose if I had used influence, calling the professor, this professor, I want to come, there is a medallion, I want to come, you please call me. No, nobody will call me like that. So that means, you will automatically, you will start getting everything in life.
Sir, in the whole discussion, one point which you have already mentioned, but still I would like you to stress out. As I already told, I talked to all my juniors, colleagues, etc. So the common mindset which prevails is UG हो गया, as you already said, PG का seat निकालना है. Then when I ask, अरे कल मर गए तो क्या? He can die anytime.
Yeah, anytime.
तो कल मर गए तो दुनिया को क्या देखेगा? मतलब someone is dying, even if we give him water, God will say, you did something which was there in your limits. But कल मर गए तो क्या? So there's no fear and realization of death. Second thing is it's always a plan. When it comes to work, it's always a plan. It's never into action. A general mentality what I've seen. कि देखेंगे, पहले कमाएंगे, फिर देखेंगे. और ये time वापस नहीं आएगा. So as you said that it should be a beautiful cocktail. So what I wanted is it should have to begin now.
There is no time to waste.
We cannot do it one after the other. It has to go side by side, parallel.
Now we have to do.
Parallel.
You cannot think, let me finish my PG,
then I will start social
get
service.
my job, then let me let me get married, have my kids, let I settle them, and then I will think of social service or community service or research. Sorry friend, your time is gone. By the time you are going to reach there, you will have lost so many things. Now. It is now. Now as a student, you can contribute to the society now also. You need not wait for one fine day to come. Most of the students think like that.
Yes.
They don't even help their aged parents because they say that अभी मेरा बच्चे हैं, मैं देखना, I will come and help my parents when I am stable. By the time your parents are dead and gone. So you have to do everything now. As you say, we may not live the next day. So how a student do it? He can. Now, as he is preparing for the exams, he is finding the things in his life. If he gets an opportunity like how COVID came, or how a flood comes, or suddenly government calls, or suddenly and there is an NGO who are going and doing some service every Sundays like that.
That is what
you can join them.
Like simple things is not like it may not be possible for us to go somewhere and do it. Our own hospital, government hospitals, just going in the LSCS ward, in the PNC ward, breastfeeding such an important thing.
Yes.
Government runs such a big program and spend millions of dollars. Simple knowledge of our preventive medicine can help.
You just tell about the hygiene, the menstrual
hand hygiene, menstrual hygiene,
how to breastfeed the child, what is the diet she should take, and how the child care techniques. Enough.
More than sufficient.
Enough.
That
enough.
counts into social service.
Yes.
And hardly it takes
Yes.
15-20 minutes to
Yes.
go and speak
Yes.
because it's within the range.
One Sunday, as you say, you are free. Just get into the ward and just sit along with the patient. Try to share.
That touch,
That
human
is
touch.
social service. You are trying to share. That patient is in heavy depression, or that patient is in ask why, because I cannot pay the bill of the hospital.
No.
So you just share with them. Come on, like that. So this kind of alleviating the suffering of human mankind is itself a social service. It need not be free camps.
So these are options that
Yes.
we can do now.
Even suppose one of your friend is depressed, he is contemplating suicide because he has been dejected. Just give him your ears. Listen to what he has got to tell. It will ease his tension. If he talks to you for 10-15 minutes and then nothing you do, you just just listen to his story. Then he will put it out everything. Who knows? He may be taking an extreme step. He may suddenly change. Social service. You saved one life, no?
Ear to
You saved
listen.
one life, no?
Exactly.
When people are telling that what is problem, we try to give them advice. We try to tell them do this, do that, and we push them to the brink.
Just the ear to
just listen.
Ear
That's
to
all.
listen.
Listen.
A heart to understand, a hand to extend.
Then who knows? By your listening, you may solve a problem. Without your knowledge, you may do it. That is also social service.
So every moment we can do social service. Opportunities are endless. Just we have to trace them.
You are in a hostel, then after everyone is going out, the lights are burning. You put it off.
Social service. Small
So
steps.
much of food is wasted. You put it in a bag and then collect it and then go out, find person who is begging. Give the social service. So you are not waiting to
for that
one fine day to come.
Yes, exactly.
Every moment you have got a chance to do. And then what happens? Your mind, when you are doing these small things, slowly your mind gets into that mode wherein you are looking for opportunities to help people, and you will get plenty. You will get, because your mindset, you are thinking, your eyes have opened, so you are not looking into something great. Even giving the water to somebody who is thirsty is social service, man.
It is.
Huh?
It is.
It is. Huh? So like that, my idea is what I'm trying to tell you is to develop that mindset, the mindset of doing service.
I remember a statement by our the businessman who wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. That is about business, but same is about social service. What he said: if you look to a business with that mentality, then every small thing you will see as a business. You will not beg for opportunities ki make conventional methods ki dukaan khol ke baith gaya like that. Similarly, as you have said, stressed upon, if we go for that mentality of helping, that understanding, that mindset, small steps can make. And I think this makes a difference really.
Yes, definitely.
In someone's
Definitely.
life. So every moment, our every action, if it is dedicated in this way, that would be our best life.
Yes, you are a representative of God. You are not just you are a replica of God, and God helps everyone. God will not help only few people like how we do. We help only our family, or our only children, our kith and kin, our relatives, and we don't look beyond that. No.
And that too, they think what I'm going to get.
What I'm going to get.
In return.
No, you are a child of the universe. The whole world is your family.
Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, what they say.
The whole world is your family. And you are born to live and work and serve for the world. Entire life of yours, only 2-3 people if you spend, then misery. It's a misery, and you are insulting God because you are a special creation of God.
And if a creature like human being to whom God has given such a lot of intellect, if he is not reaching up to this mark, and at the same time, when a tree gives oxygen outside, it doesn't think कि इसको मिलना चाहिए, इसको नहीं मिलना चाहिए.
सबको देता है.
सबको देता है. So when a honeybee is pollinating, it doesn't say कि this plant I will pollinate, this I won't pollinate. So if those creatures which don't have this intellect, they can do it, then
how much you can do?
Our responsibility is
you are representative of God Himself, because God created human beings in His mold.
It's not just mud.
He has given you brain. He has given you everything. Heart to work, brain to think. So we have to do justice for the gift what He has given us. The gift. This
it's time to think.
It is time to think. Time to think how I can now start changing, and our medical curriculum has to change. the subjects what we are treating is all outdated now. The whole principle is outdated. We'll have to bring in an entire change, the life skill, the management skill, the administration skill, the legal jurisprudence, the self-defensive skill, the self-care skill. When today I asked how many people are doing exercise, only 5 or 6 raised their hands. So you are not taking care of myself, then how will I take care of my patients?
Exactly.
See, if I am healthy,
then only I can
help them. No, if I have to preach the patient, देखो तुम exercise करना है, तुम diet करना है, you yourself are not doing it.
That will not leave any impact. It will be theoretical.
It is only through the mouth you are talking. So, but if he sees a fit doctor, if he sees a smiling doctor, contented doctor, automatically that energy goes to the patient.
That aura will speak.
Aura. You have got a white aura. So patients are they will say, I should follow. A patient is doctor is smoking, you should not smoke. He himself is smoking and telling them you should not smoke or get lung cancer. How is the doctor going to make an impact?
We have to be Mahatma Gandhi in this aspect.
Yes,
Practice what you preach.
You have to
practice what you preach.
Preach. That's all. And for that, take care of yourself, love yourself, and don't get bugged up. All our stress arises because of the greed. The stress is because
expectations
of that. Expectation. You want to do it fast. Rome was not built in a day. Like that, you not earn money in a day.
Everything
it takes time. Be patient. Just because you pass out, money will not come and fall at your doorstep. You'll have to earn the money slowly, steadily.
But it has to be a byproduct.
Byproduct of
this
your,
has to be the focus.
of your holistic thinking. Byproduct of your communal thinking. The whole thing. Money will come. Have patience. Overnight you cannot have a car. Overnight you cannot build a house unless you are a smuggler or a thief. You are a doctor. You are a doctor. So have patience. Do it, and one fine day you will have a long, satisfied life. Then you will feel that my life was worth it. Even if you can influence one student, one person, that's what we were talking. Prasad sir was telling. Among all these people who heard the lecture today, even if 5 people are inspired and said, okay, what Dr. John said we will do, our life has become successful.
When Dr. V. Shanta ma'am had come, I told you in the morning, Padmashree Cancer Institute, Chennai. So at that time it was the first conference, so not much appealing. I mean, we had it in a grandeur and good guess, everything. So 93, 92 her age was. 92. Wow. She got up at 1 a.m. 3 a.m. she reached airport. 5 a.m. she took the flight. 7 a.m. she was in Pune. 4 hours of journey through car. 11:45 she was here. 15 minutes, I just said, ma'am, you have to have your talk, then we can wind up, you can rest the whole day. Normally it is okay. After this 12-hour journey, she says, normally it is okay. And she has some soft drink and she delivers a talk of 1 hour.
See, that energy.
That energy of doing something for else.
Passion.
So in the evening when I asked her, madam, what do you think you came here? She said, even if 5 people, the same thing, even if 5 people of this 100, 200 people are inspired, my coming to Solapur is success.
Yes, that's what.
They don't have big expectations.
Yes, no, not expectation.
When we do for self, expectation is endless.
Even if they just change their way of thinking, I'm happy. Because ultimately they will go achieve.
And that has made a difference anyways.
Yes.
That matters.
Yes. Even if they think, okay, we can become like this also, if one person feels. No, I need not only become a technocrat. I can become a complete holistic human being. Even if that germinates inside, no?
It will
one fine day that grow. One fine day. Overnight,
because back of the mind that thought goes on.
It goes on creeping. I heard somebody saying this, I heard some. And one
we find ways also.
Yes.
We automatically find.
Yes,
so the mantra or the sutra, the formula that we can put away is, don't wait for tomorrow.
No.
Start today. Start now.
Not even today. Start now.
Start now.
Moment.
Start now.
Now I'm talking to you. This also is a message being sent.
That is what.
So maybe some people will listen on this.
Yes.
And maybe some people may decide to implement it.
They'll get ignited.
Right. So this is also not a waste.
That is what. It has to be for someone in any sense.
Yes. Actually now it was supposed to be a music program.
Yeah, but
got cancelled because of some problem. Yeah. And we are doing this. This is not a waste. Why? Because who knows, you may put it on YouTube or somewhere and some person will listen to it. And their life may change forever. Then this is not a waste. This is also social service, what we are doing now.
Attempting to inspire young minds.
Yes. I
His
feel
mindset is most
as
important.
long as you are not gambling or as long as you are not doing some unethical, unprofessional thing, everything, good things are all social service only. If you are wasting time by drinking,
If it is selfless, it is social service.
yes, that's
Selfless
what I
is
feel.
so-
I hope that the students will remember all this what we told today, and I was happy that the response was excellent, and I could see that everyone was glued to their seats. No one got up and went. They were all. I was.
It is your reflection.
Yes,
sir,
I was.
basically.
Observing everyone, and they were all rapt attention. They were listening. Why? Because for the first time, somebody was telling something different, unconventional. If I told you should really study hard, get up in the morning, do this, do that, that they know that would not have impressed.
But the work speaks more.
Then they at least they thought, okay, something different. This guy spoke. So if he has to speak that way, there may be some substance in that.
What he has done.
Some stuff. So even if I may get a Padmashree from here. I never know.
Definitely.
I may see a Padmashree coming out, and I'll be the happiest guy. That not that Padmashree is great and all, but that is a stamp of approval by the government
That is what-
that you lived your life, and that will give a signal to others. They will listen to you at least. Alright, Padmashree,
Because-
kuch bol raha hai. So I always feel that every student can be a potential Padmashree. Why they should become Padmashree? Because they'll make a difference in the lives of people.
In a far better way.
Far better way. Now, if I speak as John Ebnezar is different, but if I speak by Padma Awardee John Ebnezar speak,
Then
it
that-
makes a difference. Why? Because there is a stamp of approval, like ISMR. See, you are an ISMR, so you buy that because you feel that this is safe. Like that, this award helps in that situation.
Always we.
Always, because he is a Padma Awardee. He may not be talking bullshit. That's for sure. Other people may talk bullshit, but he is an awardee. So what he is telling, we have to listen.
That is what 800 crore population of the world. Only those
Only the few are getting.
140 crore Indians. Only those.
Only those 120 per year out of 140 crore is not even
Point one. That example I give my friends. That
right?
only.
So he might be talking some sense. That that is how Padma Award helps me to convince people
Service.
that this is the way for you. If I just speak as any other speaker, then they may listen. Oh yes, he gave a very good speech, very nice, like that. But they will not be inspired.
And that will be for a day or two.
I want them to carry
indelible mark.
carry that inspiration forever, and one more generates from there.
Yes. It should be like amoeba. More not even amoeba. It should be into multiple, na? One into
That's
many.
what
one
I
into
told
many.
students. If I can become a Padmashree, each one of you sitting here can become a Padmashree. Because in what way I am better than you? I am like you only. Only the line of thinking is different. That's all.
That only makes the difference, sir.
So otherwise,
many doctors, so many students.
you are more intelligent than me actually. Because now what happens is we are now aging and our reflexes are slowing down. But you people are young, energetic. You can move the world. Only believe that you can do.
And all our inspirations may be Swami Vivekananda or the youth people, what they have said, or Napoleon Bonaparte. You give me good mothers, I'll give you a good nation.
Yes.
You give me 100 youth people, I'll give you a good nation. I mean, young potential has, and we are the youngest nation on this planet today.
Correct.
That's the biggest resource.
And India is growing leaps and bounds, and we are just 75 years old. All these US, UKs are 200, 300 years independent. So by the time we reach that stage, our country will be the superpower in the world. All US, most all will have gone. You just keep seeing what will happen because India has got brilliant brain.
Natural gift in terms of nature and
Only our country has got such young doctors. You go to US, they are 30 years, 25, 9 years, 25 years to get into medical school.
Medical schools.
You are at the age of 18 getting into medical school.
That's a very big asset.
Then what? So India is, at least be patriotic. Don't despise your country. Don't say our country is useless. I feel very bad when students speak like that.
They think that दूसरे के थाली का खाना अच्छा लगता है. It's like that.
No, the student's mindset. When I was taking classes in Bangalore Medical College, after the clinics, I used to ask the students, what is that you want to do? One guy told me, I want to go abroad. Fine. Why do you want to go abroad? He said, no, I've got better opportunities there. I want to. That's why. I said, what is there in this country? What is that is going to give me? So I find this country, there are no good teachers, nothing here.
In front
So
of
I
the
want to
teacher.
go. I want to go. Then I said, oh, you want to go because there are no good teachers here. Yes, sir. Then you feel that there are good teachers in America. Yeah.
दूर के ढोल सुहावने लगते
So,
हैं.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Then you feel that you can, you can make a very big name if you go to America. Yes, sir. Then do you think all those people who are living in India are fools? They are not having any better business like Swami Vivekananda or Narayan Murthy's or Ajim Premji's. They are all
APJ
fools.
Kalam.
They are all fools in India. So you are very wise. You go abroad and do everything. Yes, sir. That's what is there, sir, in this country? Corruption, inefficiency, roads are bad, polluted country, and that only influence works here. Nothing works, and there are no teachers in this college. Okay, so you feel there are no teachers. No, then you understood what is the problem of this country.
Yes.
Then why can't you solve it now? Why don't you become a good teacher? Come and serve here now. Now you understood that as a student there are no good teachers. You felt. So there is a lacuna. Now you become a good teacher. Come and teach the next batch of students. His mouth was shut. When you cannot do it, why do you preach?
You need not speak.
You don't need not preach. You cannot, if you are saying that good, then you become a good teacher.
नहीं आता है तो सीख, आता है तो कर.
हाँ.
This should be the formula.
That I felt very sad. They ran down the country. They said now the country was very good for you till you finish MBBS.
Yeah.
The moment you finish MBBS,
you want to run off.
You say this country is not good. Country has spent 3 lakhs on you to become a doctor. Government spends at least 3 to 3.5 lakhs.
Infrastructure counts more anytime.
Yes. So when government has at least given you 3 to 3.5 lakhs, now what is it you are going to give to the government? You are going to run away.
So that is what. This is the tendency.
This is the tendency of taking. Now you are trying to search for good life, quality of life in a Western country using Indian resource. So what did Britishers do? They looted us. Now what you are doing? You are also looting the country. You are taking money from India, going abroad. Now you give it back here.
Exactly.
You have taken 3 lakhs. Now you give 3 lakhs back.
No difference.
No difference.
Same history is repeated.
Same history. So only thing you are called.
They were whites.
You are
bad.
brown.
This is the black who is doing bad.
But the ultimate, if you look at, you are also looting the country. You are taking the money out.
There is a saying: what more you give, more you get.
See, you are born to a poor parent. And your house is very small, no light and all. Then you have got a big bungalow by your side. You see beautiful house. You will not just leave your parents and go there.
Exactly.
Saying that, chalo, I will enjoy. They will not welcome you also.
Then yes.
Even though you are in a small house, you will love to stay with your parents and serve them. Because that is your root.
That feeling of my
identity. That is your identity.
It's mine.
You will not go to a rich man's place and say, chalo, either you have got big cars, I want to live here. And if you say, they will not take you and you also cannot go. It's like the same like, you can't say India is bad and I will go and enjoy in US. That US is not yours. Why do they respect you now? They will not respect you. They'll say he is an immigrant. He's come here to earn money and go. They will have no regards for
Rather feeling of beggar will be more.
Yeah, beggar. See that beggar, he has come only because we are successful, he has come here. So I tell my students, contribute to your country. So many crores of people have died for independence.
Don't
disrespect them by saying, so if you want to go abroad, you go. There is nothing wrong. But don't go with this mindset that this country is useless.
That understanding of serving the country should be always there in the back of
you can't say that this country is useless. I may have so many problems, but still this is my house. See, I may not have dal chawal to eat, but still this is my house. Like that, India may have many problems, but still this is my house. This is my country.
Being a part of the problem will make us nowhere.
Correct.
You have to find the solution.
Correct. So that's what I feel. Hope my students, will pick up this kind of thinking. They think up and think in a different way.
So it can be put up into plus in this way. Start now. Be a good a learner. Serve the society, and go into research as a medico. And the thing is to be a very good patriot. Give to the society, you will get more.
Definitely.
Is equal to contentment and life.
Yes, 100%.
Nothing else is needed.
Nothing else is needed. And money will come to you, fame will come to you.
Awards is equal to contentment plus byproduct.
It's all byproducts. Don't make that the main product.
What Robert Kiyosaki also said, if you work for money, you will never get money. You work for doing the job, money will automatically follow.
So hope the students Anyway, the response was very good. Everyone came and told me. Then they said, your Dr. Prasad was telling he wants to hear the talk again. Then he said, I'm going to call you for PG students. And you repeat the same, sir. He's telling. It's all the same talk you repeat.
He's very fond of all these
So
things.
he was telling that, and all the lady teachers also came and said it was excellent, sir. And then Dr. Prasad said, if the student is not inspired by what Dr. John said, then he will not be inspired by anybody in this world. He was there when he said that.
Yes.
So that's a big compliment for me. That's a big compliment for me.
That is what, sir, what I would like to say is, you came here for what? You have name, fame, money, you have practice, you have experience, everything you have. You came here for us.
Yes.
And that selflessness, its effect is all this.
Yes. And when Harsh told me, as I told you in the talk, I had 3 options. I could speak on holistic technique of treating ONEs. That's what he told me.
Yes.
Sir, you please tell the students how to treat the ONEs without surgery. I said, okay, fine, I can do that. Then next he told me, I can conduct a workshop, orthopedics, with how to put a cast, splint, all that. Or you can give a motivational talk. I picked up the third.
Of course.
I said because students are even on YouTube, they will find all these techniques and all.
This is hard skills.
But motivational talk
soft
is
skills is important.
Motivational talk is one which can change the life of a student.
He will learn one skill, but here if it gets ignited, he will learn all that.
He will become himself a big one. So I said I will go for it. I will go for motivation skills. Then I said, then if I would speak on motivation, then it will take a long talk. It will not be a short talk.
It cannot be.
It cannot be because we have to go on, the stories build up and the whole chain of events build up, the thinking builds up. So I said, no problem, sir, I will give you 1 hour. Then I said, fine. Then when I prepared my slides, I thought I can finish it in 1 hour. Today I found that it was 1.5 hours. Then Dr. Prasad was asking me, sir, you might have worked very hard on your slides, no sir? You might have taken,
material from photographs from everywhere.
So many days to accumulate all this to present here. It was not easy to gather those ideas. I said, see, hard work has to be done. I cannot grudge. I had to spend enormous time in planning first. How I should present my
first layout, then content, and then putting it up.
Amongst my practice, amongst my patient. Yes, but ultimately, when you all, gave me a standing ovation, I felt my effort was worth it. Some maaf, but the time which I spent, all that is gone. I felt that, my time was worth. So, that's what I felt. Anyway, thank you very much for this interview. Thank you so much. You have come. I'm happy. You wanted some more things to be extracted out of me.
More specifically.
Yes.
Because that talk was a complete talk. But here, as we have already highlighted, we have given that formula. So, I just want those punching points. Okay?
Yes.
Now it has to begin.
Now. As you say, life is moving out fast.
Time is ticking.
Every time, second is going.
And even if we are not using, someone else is doing it.
Yes.
So if we are not using, we are at loss.
Correct. You're right.
So it has to.
Now. This is the moment is now, and hopefully we'll have a great, not just technical men coming out, but human beings with extraordinary skills and a great doctor, not just good doctor, great doctor,
Visionary doctor.
Visionaries, greatness. You are a boon to the world, and God feels proud of you. I am proud of you, man.
Magnificentness is something different, but divinity is something different.
Yes.
With society, service to society, it's divine.
Spirituality.
It's divine.
Spirituality, meditation, pranayam.
It's the base of all what we are doing.
Unless you are a spiritual guy, you cannot become a very good doctor, because you have to have that softness in you. Spirituality brings that softness, that human qualities in you. That human qualities come because of spirituality. Otherwise, you will be a monster like.
We can't go and say your patient is no more.
They tell like that. That is why they get hit.
That is the hard fact.
In Nimans in Bangalore, one PG student comes and says, "Hey, patient is dead. Take him and go."
People will
He
hate
got
him.
trashed. See, because that insensitiveness has come because there is no spirituality.
We are not treating patients.
Because for us, what is happening is, I am seeing thousands of patients every day. One day, so what for me? But for that
unique person.
Only person in the family. I don't understand the sensitiveness. The sensitiveness, the how you tell. Very important.
They started treating reports, not patients.
Exactly.
That is the problem.
Exactly.
So
very good.
This will mold.
You are very mature than your age now. No? Very mature, because the way you have understood the concept, I am happy, because you have gone beyond just being a good student. Now you have become a thinking student. So great.
And as you mentioned, spirituality, it has the background for me at least.
It has to
It's
be.
come up from the family. There's no
It has to
option.
be. It has to be. You are a replica of God. That's all. You are not a replica of a ghost or a bhoot. You are not replica of. You are a replica of God, man. And God is itself spiritual.
That driving energy is there within us. If it is gone, it's gone.
Gone. We cannot be
Mud.
hard-hearted fellow, not having any values in life. And no values. You are just becoming a some very intellectual guy. No.
That is a robo like.
Robo.
Not-
Yes, exactly.
not- not
robo.
use.
Yes, you are a robo. So
I think for the audience, the message is extremely clear, extremely hard hitting, and pinpointing, and the punch has hit their minds, and they will remember this punch every time they do something, and they will hopefully start from now and use the moment.
Yes.
And make a difference.
Definitely. Making a difference.
Making a difference.
Making a living versus making a difference. That is the concept which I spoke today. Making a living, you will make.
The animals anyways do it.
You will make a living, but make a difference.
That
And to make a difference, you need to follow principles.
This thinking has to be
ethics, all that. To make a living, degrees.
Paperwork.
Yes, to make a difference.
This has to be used to its fullest and to
Ah.
put into work.
So now the choice is yours. Whether you
Yeah,
want
that is any time.
good doctor or a great doctor.
doctor.
Message is very simple.
Very simple and very clear. No confusion.
Yes.
So it is great.
Thank
you offered us time.
Thank you.
It was a busy schedule, and I was told that sir may not be available. I said I'll just ask because this opportunity we don't get every
Yes.
time. May be possible, may not be possible.
No, I also, as I say, this also is social service. only,
This
what
is
we do.
our
So my criteria is, if I'm going to be useful to anyone, I would rather do that. Otherwise, what, seeing TV and sleeping?
That makes no
that
sense.
What time gone? Time is gone. So if I can spend some half an hour, 1 hour with you, and otherwise, what I would have done? Suppose you had not come now, what I would have done? I would have been lying down now, or seeing some WhatsApp or Facebook messages, or put on the TV and see something. But you came, and I thought, I didn't know why you wanted to come. You said you want to come. I thought maybe something. And now you have brought out a session here. So it is an extended session. What I spoke in the morning, now it's extended.
more specific.
And the Harsh was telling that he's going to put my talk on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
the whole program will be
on
put
YouTube.
on. Yes,
So maybe it will reach more people.
yes.
And
Vision is needed. Otherwise, it can't help. I mean,
very good. Thank you.
thank you so much. Thank you, sir, for giving your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.